We're sending a message to the voters of York Centre, and it's right there in black and white. On April 28th, less than a week away, fire Yara Sachs. Why are you trying to drown out our freedom of the press? Whatever. Well, that's not much of an answer.
No, it's not, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're much smarter than me.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in the Toronto riding of York Centre. And hey folks, do you know that today is the Global Day of Rage? That's when Hamas wants their supporters to go out and, well, make a nuisance of themselves, do protests, demonstrations, vandalism and violence. That seems to work. And it's only fitting we're here at this plaza, because just to the east of me, that is Bathurst and Shepherd. For months now, the pro-Hamas types have been coming out here chanting genocide, displaying swastikas, having people dress up as Sinwar, the mastermind of the October 7th massacre. And of course, the cops do nothing. Well, no, that's not true. They arrest peaceful counter-demonstrators and members of the independent media. And yes, I speak from bitter experience. This is the Rebel News billboard truck that has been rented out to For Canada, Ezra Levant's third-party group, for this election to expose Yara Sachs by driving it around her riding. Perhaps the biggest self-hating Jew in all of Canada. Why do I say that? Well, there's that photo of Yara Sachs in the Middle East, no less, shaking hands with Mahmoud Abbas. He's the guy that runs a pay-for-slay operation to kill a Jew, kill an Israeli. You're going to get financially compensated, or the money will go to your surviving family members. And Yara Sachs is a Canadian-Israeli Jew. Why would she shake hands with this despicable reprobate? And by the way, why was she even in the Middle East? Yara Sachs is not the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Yara Sachs is not the Prime Minister. She had no reason to be there except, well, my sources tell me she simply wanted to score a free trip overseas. Absolutely despicable. In any event, folks, on this Global Day of Rage, and by the way, I should say, do you think Yara Sachs is celebrating Global Day of Rage or denouncing it? We know she likes to get cuddly with terrorists who literally have blood on their hands. We're sending a message to the voters of York Centre, and it's right there in black and white. On April 28th, less than a week away, fire Yara Sachs. This is a despicable and incompetent member of Parliament. She is amoral and unethical. She does not deserve to be re-elected, especially when we see the shenanigans that go on in her riding every Sunday morning. So we're gonna just have our truck go about spreading this message. Where's that coming from? Please go to our website, firesachs.com. It is him?
It has to be.
Okay. Let's just ask him. Why are you honking your horn all the time?
Freedom of speech.
Oh, okay. You know, it's funny you say freedom of speech. Yara Sachs says honking your horn twice is Heil Hitler.
Honk honk, which is an acronym for Hail Hitler.
I don't know if you caught that, but I asked this individual in the Jeep why he's honking his horn, and he said freedom of speech. We adore freedom of speech. It's funny, Yara Sachs, who I guess he's ostensibly defending, hates freedom of speech. Why do I say that? She was behind the crusade to cancel our Rebel News live event last May. She got law enforcement involved. She got the Canada Lands people involved. We're suing her over that, by the way. So here is presumably a Yara Sachs supporter in defense of free speech by interfering with our freedom of speech and freedom of the press. If you support freedom of speech, why do you support Yara Sachs? She's against freedom of speech.
You don't know what my political leanings are, actually.
Well, then why are you trying to drown out our freedom of the press? Whatever. Well, that's not much of an answer.
No, it's not, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're much smarter than me.
I didn't say that. Well, enjoy your bagel.
You're both parked illegally.
Wow. You're really quite the little Karen, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're really quite the little Karen.
Oh, I haven't heard that word before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, are you
I
by
could
law?
be.
Well, you know what? You should come here on a Sunday morning. People are chanting genocide against the Jewish people. Maybe the police should do something about that.
I actually support the Jewish people.
Oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So, what is your problem with us reporting?
I want to have a conversation with you right now.
Well, you inserted yourself into the conversation. Yeah, sure you did.
No, I didn't.
I was just filming. You put your window down.
was
You
just
said you wanted a
talking about
close-up. Yeah.
Well, I asked him if he wanted a close-up.
You know what? I think that violates a bylaw, doesn't it?
Call the cops then.
Okay. No, I don't do that.
No, why not?
Huh? Well, you said it yourself, freedom of
That's what you're
speech.
here for. You're awesome. You always have been.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Are you with the media yourself, by the way?
What does that matter?
I'm just curious.
Why would you assume I'm with the media?
You look familiar.
Maybe I'm famous.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just a regular old Canadian
Okay.
who likes to honk his horn.
How cryptic. But Yarosek says honking your horn twice.
Cryptic at all.
But Yarosek, sir, says honking your horn twice is an acronym, her words, for Heil Hitler. Are you a neo-Nazi?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I honked my horn 4 times.
Okay, then, so
Does that make me a double Nazi?
you'd have to ask Yarosek.
Interesting math, though. It works out mathematically.
So can you answer the question? Are you a Nazi, sir?
No. Why would you ask that?
Because Yarosek says what you do is an acronym for Heil Hitler.
Twice.
Well, we heard you honk it far more than twice,
Exactly.
actually.
So then
Yeah.
why would you make the inference that I'm a Nazi and
Oh,
say
I
that I
see.
honked twice?
So it's kind of like Morse code. If you honk it multiple times, you're saying...
Actually, it was a Morse code message.
Yeah, oh, and what was the message, sir?
Well, you're going to have to look it up. You can review your video.
I think, and so do, I would hazard a guess, millions of Canadians, this is the most important election, perhaps in our lifetimes, and that is why we have the Jumbotron equipped truck here. It's being used by For Canada. That's a third party doing its best to prevent Mark Carney from actually getting an elected mandate.